Alright, good day, Fit My Fam, Coach Jason here, and I'm sitting down with the founder of Health Bar, Mr. Pope, and he's going to tell us all about the Health Bar as we dive into this episode. So, Mr. Pope,
yes,
good to be here.
Such a pleasure, man.
It's been a while. We spoke a lot on the phone, on WhatsApp, but we've never met in person.
Yes. Finally.
Awesome, awesome. So, tell our audience a little bit more about the Health Bar. Like, what is it?
Okay, so the Health Bar really is an initiative to really help provide the Vincentian public with the products, the education, the smoothie options, the gym options that can help them really fulfill their fitness goals.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
So my next question is, why was it created?
We did it because we realized that while anybody right now can, Google something or go on Instagram or go on Facebook, but it doesn't really answer all the questions, right? You kind of get stumped, or you get thrown one option that's being promoted that day, if it's Instagram or whatever.
Right.
So we said, you know what, let's bridge that gap and let's give the public something a little bit more. Right? We have, your Walmarts, your Amazons, you have all these options, but where do we really bring that home? Right? Where do we bring that home in terms of, like I said, both the educational side, the product side, the whole social healthy experience side? We want to kind of hone in on that here at the Health Bar. That's what we want to do.
Okay, got you. So with that being said though, you mentioned about like those who go to the gym, those outside. Do you have like a primary target you go after, or who do you serve in general?
Someone who understands, hey, health is wealth. No, doesn't matter how hard you work, if you're not healthy, you can't enjoy it. You have a family, people who value that, that's who we're working with.
Oh, okay.
That's where it starts. Now, of course, there are the athletes that come up, there are the, the fitness enthusiasts that come up, there's the heavy gymnasts that come up, right? There are the ladies that are trying to get, achieve their goals, right? But essentially, why we have this range of products is because we understand that everybody's goals are different. Right? And so if we're going to answer that question, we're going to have different answers. So that, you understand what I'm saying? So that's where we are with the approach here.
And you mentioned the range of products. Just could you tell us like briefly, what are some of the different categories that you carry here? Very, very briefly, because it'll be a little hard to do this. But we carry some of the stronger lines, some of the stronger brands, okay? And it's only because it's been tested, proved, tried by the public, by the masses. You have a ton of reviews online that people can Google before they even buy something or try something. So we have the Orgain brands, the Muscle Milk, Muscle Tech, BPI. If I'm going too fast, stop. No, it's okay.
We have the Optimum Nutrition, which is one of the more popular ones.
Definitely.
We have Cellucor, and those now would fall under, just to break it down even further, your mass gainers, your proteins, your protein isolates. We have the weight gainers, we have the general weight loss items. Then we have these, which is your daily grocery items, like your gluten-free items, right? Your non-dairy items. I know you're into more of a vegan approach, right? So we do have vegan items, right? It's a full range.
Got you. And something I like to add, right? Because once we started coaching ladies, we realized that there was a major gap in the industry, and this was a gap. 90% of your results, and you may agree with me or disagree, but 90% of your results will come from what you put in your body. So you could train hell hard,
that's correct,
but if the nutrition is off,
that's correct,
then the training pretty much goes out of the window.
Out the window.
But here's the problem. In St. Vincent specifically, it's hard to find a consistent nutrition supply.
Correct.
And then when we came up here, what I liked about it is that I noticed that you guys have these different brands. So persons like myself who is plant-based, and there are those who prefer the animal. But previous to this, what we noticed is that the pharmacies, for example, you might get it this month, but not next month. So I really think that is important in making sure that persons have a consistent supply.
But that's a big part of the game as well, right? We really, and that's why we put them out there. We put them out there so you can see. We don't bring 2 or 3. We don't partner with Orgain and Goli and different strong brands because we want 5 products.
Right.
We partner because we want a steady source, and once the public is properly educated with the products and what they do, it's not just, oh, give me an organ protein. It's, you know, do I need probiotics? Do I need immunity? Do I need that? So we need to make sure that we have a constant flow and access to these products so that the public always has it. So that there is, and listen, things happen, the best of us run out, right? But that's why you have an alternative. You know, you might try something else and say, you know what, I actually rather that, right? It's like slightly different taste, but I might go with that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we are with keeping this type of stock.
Gotcha.
That's where we are with it, yes.
And you mentioned something 2 times, and I just want us to zone in a bit on it. You mentioned education.
Yes.
Now, why is that important?
I preach it, I mean, the conversations we've had, you realize how much I keep saying. It's because this means nothing if you don't know, number one, what it is, why you need it, and just by definition, a supplement. It's supplements. It's not. It's not a replacement, right? Now, do we have a meal replacement? Yeah, but you don't want to live on that. That's just, you know, for a short-term goal or whatever. But these are, like you said before, there is no sustainable nutrition per se, or even affordable nutrition. So, if I'm gaining, for example, if I'm losing, for example, you may recommend something that, you know, a low calorie, whatever. But then what? How do we supplement that approach? Because unless if you intend to constantly show up at a cash register somewhere else, right? And that's why I love pushing the educational side of it, so you can understand how to achieve your goals with, you know, whether it's people like you or just general education, going online, doing the research, get understanding what it is. Why am I going this route versus that route? You know, and that to me will bridge the gap that we've had, particularly in St. Vincent, when people don't really know what to do. Why am I doing it? Oh, he tell me take this, so I'm just taking it.
Right.
Come on, Jason. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more than that. He told me take it, so I just take it. No, I'm taking this because this is the goal that I want, and I'm allergic to animal protein, so I'm going to go with the plant-based protein. You know what I mean? There's a reason behind it. That's why I'm pushing the education so much. That's it.
Got you. And as we wrap it up, one question for you: what's on the horizon for Vincentians? What are some of the things we can look forward to in the coming months from the Health Bar?
Well, we have a lot in store. You see how much planning we do, and but we can't share everything. We can't share everything. But I would say what's on our tagline says smoothies, coffees, supplements, and of course the salads. So because that's there, I'll share that, and I'll say we intend to offer, you know, some breakfast options, salads, and additional items on the smoothie menu. All right, and I mean, honestly, that's all I want to share right now. That's what we have on the horizon. You know, of course, we intend to partner with, I think I mentioned to you, Vanzu, which is the local delivery company. And with that, it'll help get some of the products out and the smoothies out a little bit more. But that's really all I want to share.
No problem. Right. And we respect.
I appreciate that, Jason.
And then for persons watching this, how can they get to your store? Where do we find you?
Okay, so we're conveniently located right next to Lewis Pharmacy, Upper Middle Street, but we're on the Middle Street side. So Lewis Pharmacy is on the main, but you're coming up in the Middle Street side. So that's upstairs Caribbean shipping, standard Caribbean shipping. Across the street from Swiftback. I'm giving you all the references.
Yes, go for it.
We're across the street from Swiftback, where Timmy used to be, right next to JG's. You can't miss it. There's a sign right there. And honestly, everybody in the neighborhood knows who we are now. So, you know, if you ask around, for some reason you missed the sign, we're easy to find.
Got you.
All right.
And then what about social handles like WhatsApp, Instagram?
Well, we run every platform: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course we're available via WhatsApp. WhatsApp, our number is Health1. So just dial Health1. Call or WhatsApp. That's us. And the Instagram, of course, is the Health Bar SVG. Facebook, the Health Bar SVG. TikTok, the Health Bar SVG. That's it. Very, very simple. Very easy to find. and that's it.
And we'll put them up on your screen for those watching.
You can
as well.
put those up, and I'll give you the exact thing, because I think one has an underscore or something like that. So,
Okay,
I'll
sweet.
give you that, yeah.
And
Alright.
Pope, any parting words, any last words you want to leave with?
Any
the
parting words?
Vincentions,
Listen,
us
first of all,
Vincentions?
Jason, great guy, but outside of Jason, the health bar is really something that we want to develop into a staple that's here to stay, to provide the public with proper nutritional options, proper educational sources, whether it's you coming in here and there to talk to some people or another coach. It's not about me, it's not about you, right? It's about trying to figure this out, figuring it out together. And I really want to wish the Vincentian public a real good journey, a really good health journey. And I mean, that's it. I didn't really plan that part, but that's it. That's it.
That's all good, that's all good. But we appreciate you coming on here.
Yes.
We appreciate the initiative, especially helping Vincentians with nutrition part that is a little bit more convenient and a little bit more structured.
Thank you.
So that we have that accessibility for that.
Perfect.
Alright,
Sounds
thanks
good, man.
for coming on the Fit My Show. Great having you.
Thank you,
And
Jason.
we'll definitely be doing more of these.
All right, thank you.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Fit My Show. Definitely was an extensive interview and we learned quite a lot about the health bar. And as we continue, we're going to be doing more and more of these interviews, more product reviews, showing you guys exactly a structured path in which to follow based on your goal. So until our next episode, Coach Jason signing out. Have yourselves an awesome day.